Good afternoon. It's a beautiful spring day in Kelowna with mainly sunny skies at 23 degrees just after 4 p.m. I'm Josh Duncan, and this is what the Kelowna Now newsroom is following today. Debates over the densification of heritage areas in Kelowna continue to rage on in council chambers. On Monday, council directed city staff to update development guidelines in the Abbott Street and Marshall Street heritage conservation areas. The changes will accommodate new provincial legislation that encourages small-scale multi-unit housing on heritage area lots in transit-oriented areas. While council's general stance was that densification in heritage areas is possible while maintaining their character, Councillor Ron Cannon said he believes the city could push back against the province's new legislation. City staff will bring council another report containing recommendations to update the heritage guidelines in the coming weeks. Kelowna's newest cluster of tiny homes is ready for people to move in. The Trailside Transitional Housing Project on Highway 97 near Leathead Road will be home to 60 seniors and people with disabilities that are experiencing homelessness. Provincial Housing Minister Ravi Kahlon said it will provide people with the support and stability they need to transition out of homelessness. The facility includes a safe consumption area for drugs and alcohol, but the common areas are expected to be drug-free. Tara Schritter of Turning Point Collaborative Society, which will operate the facility, said it's important to have overdose prevention spaces, but they're not looking to build a community of people using substances. An Okanagan search and rescue team had to jump straight from training to rescue mode on Sunday. Penticton and District Search and Rescue members were east of the city doing a high-angle rope rescue exercise on Mother's Day when they received a call about a seriously injured hiker in Naramata Falls. Their training day transitioned into a rescue operation as they traveled north to find the hiker and provide medical assistance. Once the subject was stabilized, 10 members carried her 800 meters to a waiting ambulance. It put a wrap on a busy week for the team as it was their fifth task in as many days. The latest poll numbers are in, and it has the BC NDP on top provincially, while Pierre Poilievre's Conservatives appear to be heavy favorites nationally. In BC, Abacus Data's poll suggests David Eby's on track to keep power this fall with 40% of support, while the BC Conservatives are close behind at 34%. Rounding out the top four, BC United at 13% and the Greens at 10%. Federally, Nano sees the Conservatives as having a 20-point lead over Justin Trudeau's Liberals at 43% to 23% of support. The NDP is lingering in third at just under 16%, while the Bloc Québécois are polling at just over 10%. Frito-Lay Canada has issued a national recall of two of its most popular snacks. Both Sun Chips Harvest Cheddar Chips and Munchies Original Snack Mix are subject to the recall due to a possible salmonella contamination. The company says the recall is voluntary and out of an abundance of caution after their seasoning supplier raised alarms. The recall only applies to specific products and flavors with certain best before dates, which are all clarified on a Health Canada recall page. Frito-Lay Canada says it's working closely with the Canadian Food Inspection Agency to ensure the products are removed from stores, but people who have them at home are encouraged to throw them out. And wrapping up in sports, the Okanagan Firestorm cheerleading crossfire team is on top of the world after a recent win at a major competition. They recently won the Open Level 4 division at a world cheerleading competition known as the Summit. With the win, they joined a contingent of less than 10 Canadian teams to ever win a division at this prestigious event. The group is made up of 16 athletes between the ages of 15 and 29 who all hail from here in the Okanagan. You can read more about those stories and plenty others over at KelownaNow.com. Thanks as always for tuning in to our live news update this afternoon, and have yourself a fantastic evening.